Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Taekook Arranged Marriage Love Story. I hope you are loving the story and thanks a lot for your support. Next morning, Jungkook and Taehyung are sleeping together in guest room. Jungkook woke up early because he had to go back to his home. Jungkook saw Taehyung is sleeping close to his chest. Jungkook is feeling Taehyung's breath on his chest, looking at in the scenes at that morning. Jungkook thought, wow, that what a day to start with. He then caressed Taehyung's cheeks and his hair. He stroked Taehyung's hair slowly. Jungkook remembered what happened in night, how Taehyung can't tolerate his ignorance, how he was glancing at him at the dining table. Jungkook already saw how Taehyung is glancing at him from peripheral vision of his eyes, so he knew he is in right path. Which is triggering his baby's feeling. Jungkook remembered how his baby kissed him. Jungkook thought that was one of the amazing kisses. Jungkook came back to earth from his dreamland when he felt blinking eyelashes on Taehyung's on his chest. This made him little tickle, so he smiled and said, "You're tickling me, baby." Taehyung is still in sleep. He looked above, slowly opening his eyes like baby. Jungkook said, "Cute." Taehyung is not understanding whatever his Hyung is saying. He just said, "Good morning, Hyung. Good morning, baby." Jungkook said, "Give a small kiss on Taehyung's forehead." Taehyung smiled at Jungkook's action because Jungkook never failed to make Taehyung feel he is special to him. Time escaped at Taehyung's candle studio. Taehyung went to his shop after breakfast and Jungkook also went to his home. He also requested Taehyung they will go on date today and would don't deny it if it is not important. Taehyung no, he already did make his Hyung sad yesterday by denying, so he didn't want to upset him more, so he agreed with his Hyung. Now Hyung is standing in his candle studio. Jimin is also with him. Both Jimin and Taehyung are preparing for a workshop which they are holding. After half an hour, they prepare tables and ingredients for workshop. Jimin looked at Taehyung and said, "You are looking so happy and smiling." Taehyung, who is standing doing something, stopped and looked at him. "Really, Jim, I also don't know why I am smiling like this, but I am just happy and content." Taehyung said and returned to his work. Jimin, who is looking at his best friend's behavior for a few days, he saw many changes in him. First of all, his cold behavior of Taehyung is little bit reduced. Like Taehyung is now behaving little bit good with everyone, replying with a happy face. He is only cold with strangers now. Taehyung is now smiling often by himself, which is so rare. Before he dating Jungkook, Taehyung now dressing very presentable than before. Right now he is looking like he came directly from ramp walk. Jimin thought, that bunny really changing him. Taehyungi, are you wearing so much presentable dress these days? Jimin asked, looking at his friend's dress. Really, Jimina? I feel good when I wear good dress. It make me happy, Taehyung said without looking at Jimin and still doing his work. But Jimin once again said something which made Taehyung blush hard. Or maybe you are trying to impress someone, you know, Jimin said, dragging the line. Taehyung know whom Jimin is pointing at, but he didn't respond for that. He replied his friends then that Papa will teach him more. Jimin and Taehyung's students are coming in a studio. They stopped talking. Jimin and Taehyung give a guidance to the student about the workshop. After that, Jimin went to a coffee shop because Jin Hyung have to go somewhere and Hobi Hyung will need a help hand. Now Taeyong teaching everything to Taeyong. He showed the process of candle making. He also explained how maintaining temperature of wax is so important in process of candle making. Then he said them to start making candles. Finally at 4 p.m. and workshop is finished, Jimin came back to candle studio. He saw only Taeyong is sitting on chair writing something. Jimin came near to him and asked, "What are you doing?" "Nothing, just writing how much ingredients we have to order for making 100 bottles of new perfume. I decided to launch new perfume at Christmas," Taeyong said while thinking about his perfume. "That's a good idea. We should launch this time. You said you recorded everything about the perfume. Can I see it?" Jimin asked. Taeyong nodded at him. Both of them went inside in private rooms. Jimin asked Taeyong nod to him, and both went inside his private room. Sit in front of desktop. Taeyong started to open Google document, but it is not opening. He tried to once again, but still it is not opening. Taeyong felt something bad is happening. Jimin looked at Taeyong, who is flowing now. So he also saw the document is not opening. So Jimin said, "Let me see." Taeyong nodded at him. Jimin came forward and tried to open the document, but it didn't open. Then he understood. "Oh no, Taeyong, someone hacked your system." Taeyong didn't understand why someone will hack them. No one knows about Taeyong because most of the people thought that this shop owner are Jimin, as Jimin came to shop but not at daily basis. How can anyone will hack at the exact same time when he is going to launch his perfume? Taeyong thought something. He got up from his place, went to search something, but he didn't find anything. He touched everything in his studio. Jimin, who heard the sound of falling things, he stopped walking on desktop and came outside. He saw Taeyong is tossing all the things from wooden shelf and said, "What is wrong with you, Taeyong? We can't get document from ruining your studio. Just look around and see what you did." Taeyong until now didn't know what he is doing. He turned and saw all the books about candle and perfume were bricked on the floor, and packaging boxes, stickers of their logo are spread all over the floor. Some candles glasses are also cracked and shattered everywhere on the floor. Taeyong is shocked at the scene of his studio. He looked away with disappointment and helplessness and said, "I'm just searching for my book in which I recorded about perfume." Jimin understood Taeyong is frustrated, broken, and disappointed at the same time. When we do something with all our passion and we spend our precious time on it, at the end of the day we didn't get the result. Of course we will feel frustrated. Jimin also feeling frustrated, but he know it can't take us anywhere. So he calmed down himself and looked at Taeyong, who is coming towards him now. "Ah," Taeyong said, and Jimin looked at Taeyong, who is now sitting on the floor holding his one leg in his hand. Jimin carefully moved towards him because the broken piece of glasses are everywhere on floor. "You are really stupid, Taeyong. Where is your shoes?" Jimin asked Taeyong while holding Taeyong's leg. He saw sharp glass about 1 inch is embedded in Taeyong's foot through his socks. "I left my shoes in the other room," Taeyong said with pain. Jimin is still looking at his feet and said, "Okay, I'm going to remove the glass. It will hurt a little more." Taeyong nodded to him and closed his eyes to face the pain. Jungkook's baby, aside all the document which my assistant gave to me. I looked at my assistant and asked, "Is everything finished?" He said, "Yes." "So I have finished every work of today." I scratched myself and felt happy because I am going to meet my baby in few minutes. I bid goodbye to my office and drove my car towards the my baby shop. When I reached there, I saw Jenny is working on the counter. I walked near him and asked, "Hey, Jenny, how are you doing?" How are you? He looked up and smirked at me and said, You came here daily and ask me same question every day. By the way, your baby is still not here. Yeah, daily. I daily came here to pick my baby and wait for him while sipping coffee. Sometimes I go to Candle Studio and sometimes not. I just call my baby to come downstairs. Jimin is also not here. I think your baby and he doing something. Bobby said with a double meaning. I know he is just teasing me, but what we heard made us really stunned and shocked. Uh, you Pabo Jimina, it hurts. Thanks, screamed me and Jimin and Hobie Hyung looked at each other and ran. When we reached to the studio, we are shocked because the whole place destroyed like just cyclone passed away from here. Then I looked on the floor where two people are sitting. That is Jimin and my baby. Jimin is holding my baby's foot, doing something. I feel jealousy. What is wrong, Thangi? I just touched it and I still didn't do anything. Jimin said. Me, Hobie and Jin Hyung looked at each other and gulped because we didn't understand what's going on here. We are also not able to see Thang's face because his back is facing us, but we can clearly see Jimin Jin Hyung cough, not understanding what to do. Then Jimin looked at everyone like our presence didn't bother him. Guys, be careful, glasses are shattered everywhere, he said, still trying to hold Thang's feet steadily. Thang don't behave like a kid. Let me get it right off with this, Jimin said. We get closer to them, then we saw glasses embedded in my baby's feet. My baby eyes are closed to so tightly to avoid seeing his pain. I think he still don't know I am presenting here, so I went near him and sat beside him and kept my hand on his shoulder. Baby, are you okay? He slowly opened his eyes and looked at me with blinking his eyes. I can see his eyes are red and he is trying not to cry, but the pain is making it too hard for him. He looked at me with the innocent red eyes which made my heart feel his pain. I just don't like seeing him in pain. I stroked his hair like I'm saying him he will be okay. Others POV. On the other side, Jimin, Hobie and Jin saw how Taeyang and Jungkook are in their own world. Jin said Jimin to remove the glass. Hobie slowly holds his leg. Taeyang's attention is completely on Jungkook now, so Jimin took the chance and Hobie Jin nodded to him. He pulled the glass out. Taeyang screamed and hugged his young. Oh my. Jungkook looked at him and said, What happened here? Jungkook asked to his baby, but he saw his baby is not talking anything. He looked at that. He knew that something bad had happened to his baby, so he asked to Jimin. Jimin looked at him with worry and said, Can we first go to Thank's home? Then I'll explain everything. Jungkook nodded to him because he is right. The situation and his baby's condition is not good now, not only physically but mentally also. He is not talking with his young. He didn't say a single word to Jungkook until now. Jungkook carried Taeyang to his car in bridal style. He made Taeyang to sit on passenger seat and buckle his seatbelt. Jungkook looked at his baby and pecked his baby's lips and said everything will be okay, for which his baby just nodded at him. Jungkook went to driver's seat and asked, Shall we go? He asked in a hope to get some answer from his baby, but Taeyang only moved his head up to dance. So Jungkook started his car with full of concern for his baby, but once again his heart didn't listen to his mind, so he asked, Baby, talk to me please, you are scaring me. When Jungkook said and Taeyang looked at him, and single tear dropped from his eyes, but Taeyang immediately wiped it like he don't want to cry now and saying himself he is strong and everything will going to be fine. Jimin, Hobi and Jin Hyung took Taeyang's car and they also drove towards Kim Mansion. This isn't for today. See you tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Bye for now. Take care of yourself. Bye.